As always, this is real-time television. We bring you tomorrow's news today, as always. That's why today we are going to focus on the state of devolution mashinani, and our guest today is Mr. Ken Atinda. He's the Onjiko Awasi ward manager, right? Karibu kwenye show.
Thank you, Mr. Leonard.
Yes.
Kevin Odiambo, the manager of Onjiko.
Now, our focus today is just an overview, and basically we just need like your updates on your area of jurisdiction in terms of performance. We have stalled projects, we have projects that are running, and I do believe in your office you also have projects that are upcoming that maybe are friendly to the youth. So that is what we are going to focus on, and we are just going to need your opinion on this. So I just want to bring your attention to, first I want to start with the stalled projects, Mr. Atinda.
Yes.
There is a concern about Wagjnga Bridge.
Oh, thank you once again. Actually, Wagjnga Bridge was procured in the last regime, and the contractor failed to do the proposed bridge. As we speak now, the issue is in court. Being that the issue has been taken to court, we cannot do another procurement. The previous financial year, we did a proposal to the county government, but they could not do another procurement. For now, we are going to do a footbridge, footbridge for our people to cross the other part temporarily, as we wait for the verdict from the court. Yes, that's the state of Wagjnga as we.
And I want to bring your attention to, there are people that are complaining that the death has been witnessed on this bridge. What can you say about this? Because if you are bringing a footbridge, then I think it's an action that needs a lot of urgency from your side.
It is my concern as well, and it also pains me as a leader. Actually, the other here we've been having a heavy rains. It is not possible during the heavy rains. It cannot be. I know the 2021 budget. We've set aside some amount of about 1 million to cater for the bridge, the footbridge, so that our people can access this side very well. Not only the Wagjnga people, even people from Kakmir. The Wagjnga people borders the Kajina. It's a sub-clan in Kakmir. And imagine the only secondary around is Aywe. Majority of the students who come to Aywe secondary, they reside in Wagjnga. So I'm promising our people before March next year, we shall be done with the bridge. Before March next year. The challenge we had is the money from the national government, which has not reached the county government as we speak now. Immediately they are doing a BQ. Immediately money reaches the county kitty. I think that's the only project we are going to start with. Yes.
Okay, I just want to bring your attention to, there is a question from a concerned viewer who is asking, what is the stalled nature of Onjiko Hospital and also Wagjnga dispensary staff quarters?
Wagjnga, yes. It is Wagjnga. Onjiko is not a dispensary, it is a health center, and the health center requires a lot of resources. Many of that, we did it in 2018-2019 financial year, the first phase. The second phase is now going on, the 2019-2020 phase. And the third phase, which is now the full completion, we've put aside some funds, which is going to complete the whole hospital.
So there are resolutions underway?
It is underway.
Okay. Thank you about the hospital, because I think it's also
Wagjnga,
a matter of concern.
You also asked a question about Wagjnga.
Yes.
For sure, we've never put any money to Wagjnga dispensary.
Why?
Wagjnga was started by the former MP engineer Eric Monga. you know, we have 6 sub-locations, and every sub-location have their top priority. As we speak, Wagjnga is in Wagjnga sub-location, but the priority of Wagjnga sub-location is water and roads. As we speak, suppose, but they've raised a concern through the public participation about Wagjnga dispensary, and we are going to do something about Wagjnga. More so the staff quarters.
More so the staff quarters.
Yes.
So,
but not in this financial year.
Not in this financial year.
Yes, I want to assure you.
Sawa sawa. Tell me something about Kokuoyo ECD.
Oh.
Because I also have a question.
Thank you.
About this project. So before I ask my question, just tell me
Kokuoyo,
what is it all about?
Yes. Kokuoyo ECD. It falls under Department of Education in the county government. Yes. We've done. We started the county system. We normally do things per phases. It was done. Phase 1 was done in the financial year 2019-2020. 2018-2019. Yes. If I don't lie. 2020. Though we allocated some funds to the completion of the dispensary, but being that we had the pandemic, which our own almost 12 million in all wards in the county were deducted, so we couldn't manage to finish the Kokuoyo ECD. But as we speak, in our budget, it is there. It was even read in the public annual development plan. It will be completed.
It will be completed.
Yes.
My thinking.
Okay.
You can just have a copy.
Thank you.
Now, those are the projects. And if you look at them, as per what I have, and I think what you have, we have 15 projects. I think you're going to answer this shortly. Let's have a short break.
Real-Time Television is an online television channel broadcast that is based in Kisumu County with its main offices located in Ahero Town. It broadcasts mainly in English and Kiswahili and focuses on the social, economic and political matters. Follow RTV New Kenya on our social media platforms to get more informed. Real-Time Television, the #1 online television channel.
Welcome back to our show. My guest again, for people who are just catching up with us, is Mr. Kevin Atinda. Is the Awasi Onjiko ward manager. Karibu tena kwa show.
Asante sana Bwana Leonard.
Yes. Now, before we went for a short break, we were actually talking about Kokuoyo Ojienda ECD, and I think there were questions and concerns that were raised about this project. Why it's not in its completion? Can you just clarify to me?
Let me just say it like I said before. The Kokuoyo is many people say that it's a stall project, but I explained this earlier. The previous financial year, which was 2019-2020, we allocated some funds to the ECD, but being that there was some cut from all wards, 12 million, we couldn't manage to do the remaining part. But I'm assuring you, as we speak today, the Kokuoyo and Ojienda ECD are going to be completed in this financial year. Yes.
And just on the same project, now reasoning with me like a taxpayer, somebody who does not understand, I'm a Mamboga in the village who does not understand, because if we raise concerns over money, somebody might think, can a slab cost 700,000 Kenya shillings? Because that is what is stated here.
Professionally, I'm not an engineer, but I know the BQ is being done by the county executive. The county has competent engineers, but most cases, I normally see that the slabs are normally at 700,000 rate. It is not just a clean, the tax is also there. you have tax and the materials cost. 700,000, it can be, when you speak it out, it can.
Is it the reducible minimum when it comes to projects and specifically to slabs?
I know, I don't just get what I'm telling you.
Okay, Mr. Atinda.
Yes, apart from Ojienda and Kokuoyo ECD, we're also doing one at Nyalenda, which is in KOBONGO sub-location. Fortunately, there's also some funds allocated to complete Nyalenda ECD as well. Yes.
Just those ones?
Yeah, for now we have 3 CDs which we are going to complete before we start another one. Okay. You know, our Onjiko ward is a bit large. For sure we have around 6 sub-locations. But at each sub-location you have to do any development. That's what the area MC has been doing. We must be felt in every sub-location. If you do one in this sub-location, the other sub-location we also do one. Because even the fund which is allocated for the ward is only 20 million. But people also need water, some people need roads. Things are so many which must be done. Thank you.
So that was good. I think now I understand what it was with the ECDs. Now, just to bring your attention, take me through completed but non-operational projects. If we start with othoo market, what is the status? Why is it like this?
Othoo market, we've done a very crucial project in othoo. First, we started with the floodlights, which is now operational. Secondly, we did fencing and maram in othoo market. There's one thing which we cannot change. Othoo was a very big market before even I was born. I've heard a lot of story about othoo, but for sure, I'm seeing some changes. Market should be operating as we speak, because everything has been done. The maraming has been done, and the other financial year we also did water extension from Nyalenda. Othoo lacks nothing. The only thing I'm seeing, people are not they're not eager to do something that can change their life. There's also politics. You know, the othoo market system is at the border. It's border Moroni sub-county and Nyando, and it is in KOBONGO sub-location, where I also come from. I know so many people can do business, and I see somebody is building a very big supermarket there, which can be a game changer to our people. So I wish we do something that, let's start business, because everything has been done. There's water, market is marammed and is fenced. If the project is not stalled, as many might think, the only thing which is lacking there is people are not ready to do business there. We also, next to a kilometer, there's Ngere market, which is picking. And if you compare Ngere and othoo, the buildings at Ngere, you cannot compare buildings at Ngere and othoo. Othoo is much better in terms of infrastructure. So I urge our people to go and do business in othoo.
You know, I'm a commoner in along the Kisumu Nairobi highway, and just to focus on another part of development that I think, not even development, but project that is complete, but it's not operational. What has been the issue with the Boya Hospital?
Boya Hospital is a private hospital. The Boya Hospital is owned by one of our locals. It doesn't fall under county government.
But is there something that can be done to improve its status from your office? Because now I believe there are people who depend on this place based on its proximity to the village and to the people that are adjacent to this facility.
Actually, it's very hard to develop a private thing. What we've done what we are now doing is that we've started a very big health center. That's Onjiko. Onjiko Health Center, which will be I think by next year it will be complete.
By next year,
By next year, because the allocation has been done in 3 consecutive financial years, and that's the only hospital in Onjiko as a location.
It's the only one.
The only one, the public hospital.
You think it's going to have all the infrastructure that is needed?
Of course. Those are the kind of the key things that when the Professor Peter Nyang'nyong'o was campaigning, the health was amongst the 10 things. Alikuwa nasema thing 10, the hospital, affordable health. And that's why we've been doing this to at least, our people have been going to Nyang'oma and Ahero. Ahero is now a sub-county hospital. It's a bit bigger. Because line is also, it cannot serve the whole people. Nyang'oma is in Moroni. So that's why we did in fact, it is our people who came with the proportion during public participation. The population is too high, but they don't even have a hospital. So that's why we decided to at least have one in Onjiko to serve our people. And I hope the project will have a lot of impact.
Update me on any ongoing projects that I don't know within your jurisdiction.
Oh, fine.
Because
immediately we joined, the area MCA joined the office, Honorable Morris Ngeta. The main thing that our people have been crying for quite long is so if you go to Awasi location, water has been a very big issue. Today, if you go to Awasi, at least in every sub-location, we've done a borehole. In fact, if you go to Border 2, that's where Awasi boys is. The boys, during the drought, the boys were going to get water from Nyaido. And some even lost their life. Today, they even have showers in their bathrooms.
Did it solve the problem of sex for water? Because I understand there was a time that there was this problem.
Yes, sex for water. In fact, by then I was still young, I was still in college. But I just saw it in a paper. But being that I also come from Awasi by then, it drew our attention. Today, the first thing we promised the common people from Awasi, it was water, and water was the top priority. Today, our people can access water at every angle. The most affected area was Wagjnga and Border 2. We had only one water point at Awasi, on your way to Kadisi. Today, even if you go to Nairobi, the lane is not that big, because we have a water point. We have a water point at Awasi Primary. We also have a water point which was done with the last financial year, and it's the mega one. It's called Palangoro water.
Palangoro water.
It just lies at the Lejo gates, and that's a very big achievement. And I wish when we'll be opening it, the governor should come and at least witness.
Now that you've talked about water, just to catch you, tell me about Kolunga water project, because I understand from reliable sources that almost 1.7 million was disseminated, but for extension of the project. But there are still complaints of this is not happening.
With projects, I don't always like politics, but for sure there's a tower which was done at Kolunga. The cost of that, even if you go to the water sub-county office, the cost of that water project is 475,000. It is not 1.7. We can access this office at our will to know more information about these things. Some people are propagating it in the region. Yeah.
Atinda, on your highlights on ongoing projects, just let me know, enlighten me about projects that are youth friendly.
Thank you once again, Mr. Leonard. The current governor of Kisumu, Professor Peter Nyang'nyong'o, when he came to the office, that was 2017. The initial regime had had a scholarship of around six students per ward. But as we speak, the first year of the governor, we had around 8 students who have been fully sponsored. Everything, fees is catered for. The next year, he raised it from 8 to 10. As we speak, I was in Onjiko ward. There are 28 students who are under full scholarship. Again, there's also another good thing that the governor has really helped us with as a youth. Today, youths are being sponsored to go undertake courses at the vocational polytechnics. In fact, in our ward, we have a very good and one of the best vocational centers in Kisumu County. That's the Aero Vocational. We've managed to at least sponsor 60 students who are undertaking different courses. And there's also one thing that maybe this youth will engage on. There's this something called a big for agenda, and national housing is one of the key agenda. So I believe when we start doing in some places the national housing is going on, so these students will be absorbed directly. Also, who have done plumbing, MASUNE, because those are the places they can get employment. And I think this is the best thing the governor of Kisumu County has started, and we as the office of the MCAs, we are really embracing this. Secondly, we also have culture and sports. In the second year after we've took out, the area MC took out from the Honorable Maurice Geta, we managed to at least sponsor 18 teams with full uniforms and balls, so our youth can go there and do some exercise during their leisure time. And sports, their talents are also being nurtured. If you go to Awasi Onjiko today, 18 teams have full and very good ones, not just an ordinary uniform, a very good one. The area MC Honorable Maurice Geta gave 18 teams uniform. We've also managed to at least give 10 youth groups water pump. The farming, our youth are now engaged. If you go along the River Nyando, we have a very committed youth group.
Yeah, on the water pumps,
I've said quite a number of youth groups have today benefited. And if you go along the River Nyando, starting from KOBONGO, in fact, KOBONGO sub-location where I come from, we've managed to give 2 youth groups who are now doing better, and their life have changed. Kakmi as well. There are farmers who are doing along River Nyando from the Kakmi side. There, we gave one, and the main Kakmi were around Kokuoyo, who are also doing it along the MASUNE rice scheme. Even my friend Salim can confirm this. They are one of the beneficiaries. Secondly, if you go to Awasi today, the number of water, the machine, car wash machine, was donated by the area MC Honorable Maurice Geta. The number of more so the youth groups, we managed to give some borders operators who are fully registered. You know, this thing you cannot give to just an ordinary person like this. You must have documents to show that this is a serious youth group, a group of people.
And just to cut you short, just allow me. When you're talking about youth groups, there is an online message here from a viewer who is actually asking, that's him, the youth of Onjiko Awasi ward, have a group called Mashinani Youth Group. Can we be allowed to give our grievances on how the ward is being steered?
They can be allowed.
They can be allowed?
Yes.
I think he's watching and you're
thank you. So, when I continued my explanation, the car wash has really changed the life of people. And at the end of the day, when our first year term will come to completion, we will reach a point that many people can now put food on the table. And that's the main objective that we are spearheading as the office, and our boss is very dedicated to, at least it's still a youth, and as the manager I'm a youth, so the youth factor also touched me as one of them. So I believe, I know some have not been benefiting, but when we come to next financial year, we shall add other people who did not get from the first disbursement.
Mr. Atinda, I'm a beneficiary of education, and when you touched about education as per one of the projects that are ongoing, and they're actually doing well, and they're just helping the youths in your jurisdiction. Tell me, do you have actual figures on bursary?
Yes, bursary. In fact, for the first two consecutive years, we had 2 million, but we've been managing to at least 70 to 100 per sub-location benefits.
70 to 100 per sub-location?
Per sub-location. Okay. Depends with the number of the people who requested for, who applied. We must make sure that every home is touched. I know the 2 million you cannot give everybody, but we look at the need, the very needy students who are very needy. That's why we have the committees from every sub-location who represent the same people who apply for the bursary. So we normally advise our committee, bursary committee, to at least they consider the very needy one. You know, even the able people can also apply, but the first person we consider is person with disability, partial orphan, and total orphan. The first priority. You cannot deny a total orphan bursary. That you can even get a curse from God. So we've been managing this very well. Though the 2 million has been raised now to 4 million, but with some conditions.
I think that's good.
With some conditions, the 10 students will get their scholarship money from the 4 million. So the remaining money we disburse. And it's very unfortunate that after selecting, the outbreak of corona was there. After today, if you go, the numbers even recent from 70 to 100. We are now at 100 per sub-location. Every sub-location will benefit equally.
100 per sub-location,
yeah.
That is very good effort.
Yes.
That is very, very good effort. So you think you've dealt with proxies in terms of bursary allocation?
Yes.
Tell me about KOBONGO and MASUNE irrigation scheme. There is a lot of concerns from the people around the project.
Oh, thank you. KOBONGO is a new upcoming scheme, but basically for the cereals, and we call it pulse, and it is not for the rice. You know, many people, there have been a lot of politics about it, because some felt that when it is rice they cannot accept, when it is other crops they can do. The KOBONGO irrigation, the first phase has been done, and is majorly the other side. KOBONGO is in two places. We have the Kamundi and Kaweto. The Kaweto people have accepted the initiative, and some have even started doing farming. So the other parts, they call it Kamundi. It has not started yet, but hopefully, if this phase one go on successfully, the other part will also be done.
How did this project acquire its land? And if it's from the people, were there compensations?
The project is you own your land. It is you just do whatever you feel. The purpose for this project was just to give our people water. You know, sometimes the drought has been so long, the rainy period. So they want our people to do farming. Mm-hmm. It is not that you can be how can you be compensated? You compensated, and the fact is you remain with your land. The only thing that you can acquire from the National Irrigation Authority is the only providers is water. Only water. Only water. They don't take anything from your land. Okay. Even seeds and fertilizer they can also do as well. Okay. Yeah.
Tell me about roads.
Still on the irrigation, there's another part, the same Onjiko. It's called MASUNE. MASUNE has been there for over 15 years. But when the people elected the Honorable MC Honorable Maurice Mutinongeta, today Kakmie. I call it. It lies directly in Kakmie. Today they can smile. They even started that rice. They named the rice at Ngeta rice. When the people from MASUNE came to see the area MCA in Yosofis, they wanted the scheme to be rehabilitated. So being that the county could not provide funds, the MCA wrote a letter to the National Irrigation Authority. They provided us with the tractors, which have been doing some ditches around, and at least today there's plenty of water, and our people are harvesting very well.
Tell me about roads.
Roads, so far, like I said before, we have several departments, and each department must be certified at their cost. So roads, we've done quite a number of roads. At least in every sub-location, we've done a road. Our Onjiko is a bit large, and the number of roads around our Onjiko, they are more than even 200. Some have not even been opened. But we were looking at roads that have economical value. Like we've done a Konim road. There's a social amenity, the school there. So you do roads that are more crucial. We've done, as we speak now, the only school in Onjiko which has been suffering for so long is Kokuoyo. There's a road going on there. Yet it is not completed, but it has been done at some percentage. The maraming and opening and dosing has been done. So they are doing, they be doing culverts, and again, some part have not been maram. Then they do compaction. We have Karangkajoram, that is in Ayocha. It is now complete. The contractor is doing final touches. We have the very first road we started with the Ponge, Akwanya. It is Awasi Akwanya Ponge Road. It is complete, and it is in use. We have Awasi Angolo Road. We have Wanganga Bugo Kobala. We have Olasi Bugo Kobala. We have Bugo Kobala Warado Road. We have Oren Junction Bugo Kobala Road.
From your list, I can tell that you've done a good thing with the roads.
We've also done Karafael Ojienda Road, and we've done quite a number of roads. The challenge we had is the fund is not adequate, but we also wish to be doing good things to our people. I know quite a number of people are suffering, but we have to consider roads which are being used frequently, like which are heading to schools. Those are the roads that we have to give the top priority.
The social amenities.
So, yes.
So you've talked about this, linking it to your office, but then now just give it to me. From your end, do you think the governor is up to task? Tell me about the governor.
No, the governor. In fact, I would like to appreciate the governor of Kisumu County, Professor Peter Nyang'nyong'o. Indeed, we've gained very, very good things. In fact, we are now realizing the governor manifesto. It is touching the common person at the lowest level. And in fact, even if today we can see there are some things which were not done in the first regime. As we speak, there's another offices also which have been created, the village admin offices which are yet to come. We have the road maintenance committee, which will be doing, after doing roads, so there will be some people. We are just doing simple touch-ins after roads has been done. And he has also bring another technical thing. It's called the machine-based. The machine-based. Today's effort, there is no contractor will be awarded a tender, road tender. It will be done purely with county machine. Now that's a plus, because these contractors have been failing us. Whatever they're doing, they are they want to get money out of this, and our people are suffering.
If your job is oversight, how do they fail you?
That's why we've been making a lot of noise, and that's why the governor realized this, and he has now come with another technology, machine-based. Because MCS have been making noise, the contractors has been failing us, and we've been taking these things to assembly. So that's why I hope the governor has now come with a new technology to assist our people, because we cannot keeping on suffering day and day. After a road has been done 3 months, you barabara imeharibika.
From the projects in your ward, I can see a list of 15. If you can check, you can concur with me. Looking at the 15 projects, we can tell that more than half is in Awasi. Do you think there is equity in project allocation? As per the 2 wards, because you represent these 2 wards.
No, locations.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean two locations.
Let me tell you, Awasi as a location has 4 sub-locations. Onjiko as a location only have 2 sub-locations. You know, Awasi is a bit bigger, and every sub-location must feel the impact of the MCA. You know, some are in border 2, some are in border 1. In fact, Awasi location we have 4 sub-locations: Ayocha, border 1, border 2, and Wagjnga. So these projects are distributed fairly to all these sub-locations as compared to Onjiko. You know, when we do projects, we cannot just relate Onjiko and Awasi as locations. Why can't we just do it in sub-location to look more fairer, so others can also feel?
So according to you, though, you think there is a regional balancing in terms of
it is balanced regionally. Like for example, if I go per list, Ayocha water is in Ayocha, Wagjnga water, Pala, Nyalenda is in KOBONGO. So you even the first 3 projects are in Awasi. The first 3 projects are in Awasi. But can't you see they are in different sub-locations? Yeah.
Actually, the first 6, not the first 3.
Yeah.
They are in Awasi.
In Awasi. The fourth one, the fourth one is in Nyalenda is in KOBONGO. Yeah. It is done fairly.
Tell me something. Rate devolution. Just as a parting shot from you.
In fact, for the second phase of devolution, we are seeing some progress. The first regime, maybe some people are not understanding devolution, but as we speak today, devolution, if given time, quite a number of things will change, and I hope people will live better life.
So you're positive about devolution?
I am positive, and I really support devolution.
And break it down to your ward where you are.
Why do I say so? Devolution. Before devolution, we had the national government with all money. Today, you can imagine Konim Road can be constructed. But do you think by then the MP could even think about Konim? They were only thinking about major roads, like Magendo roads, Apondo, Aero road, such roads which are very, very big. The smaller roads were not even thinking about. So I believe let's support devolution to change life of our people.
Thank you for that. What is your parting shot?
Let me first congratulate and thank the Awasi Onjiko resident. Indeed, they give us a mandate to serve them well. I want to promise the people of Awasi that we are not going to let you down, and we are going to do all projects that we've given top priority. Let's give our area MCA time, and as the man I know personally, is going to deliver to almost 90% for what he promised his people. So watu wa Awasi patie ngeta kura 5 tena. Na the governor of Kisumu, I believe, is the pioneer of the devolution. Let's give the governor, Professor Peter Nyang'nyong'o, backing, and I believe when it's come to 2027, we shall realize what it is about devolution.
You speak so well about yourself. Do you see yourself vying for a political seat in future?
As we speak now, I'm still serving the area MCA. Even if I had an interest, I will come after him, but not now.
Thank you so much. That was our show today. Real TV, like we said, we give you tomorrow's news today. And from our viewers, thank you. Karibu sana. And please tell Honorable Maurice Otieno Ngeta that we would like to host him in our show.
I will share with him. Definitely will be here.
Asante sana.
Asante sana.
Haya.